that Florida shit is. Like,
Hey, we are live here at ASG Radio, and there are some things that we just keep behind closed doors. I'm your host, Jules. Welcome to our show, ASG Radio, Hank Nation, Dope Ideas Media. You can go to YouTube, subscribe to ASG Radio, subscribe to Hank Nation TV. We got content dropping every day on Hank Nation TV, and I got my co-host with me. Who I got?
oh, is it my turn? You know, the one and only, the greatest intro ever. Claxavelli.
Florida's favorite rapper.
That's what I should have made it.
That's what you should have made it.
But Florida loves me.
And we got the blue headphone guy.
I forgot I still had these on. Foster child.
What up, Foster?
Another beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Hey, I'm sorry about what happened to your peoples. The indictments, old block. My hat goes off to you and the guys. Free the guys, man.
Big BD.
Quit saying that on the air.
Hey man, you invited it.
Oh, I just, I know you don't have to claim BD to have an affinity for the culture.
Yeah.
You don't have to put everything on King David Barksdale.
It's some 7-4 shit over here anyway, so call him that BD shit down.
Uh-oh. We got a nice little
Dropping the rakes will get you shot in the face, Foster.
Whoa.
That's right. I don't do none of that action.
No, don't drop the rake. I remember
Who's watching this shit?
Somebody took a picture with Duck and they put the rakes down and he had a fit. Like,
I'm
GD as hell. What the fuck is you doing?
That's the
I smacked the shit out of you.
Hey, that indictment is crazy though.
Man, it's like
it's been in the works. It's been in the works.
Yeah.
They've been talking about that. Like
can we talk about that for a quick second? I don't want to go deep into it, but one of the things that I talked to a coworker about, right? They was talking about Duck's mom, and they were saying that they actually called her the police and this, that, and other. I'm like, she's a civilian whose son was killed.
Well, I don't know.
Of course, she's gonna be happy.
It's internet shit.
I mean, I don't know. First of all, yeah, it's internet shit, but B, obviously I don't know these people like that in real life, but you hear a lot of shit about Duck's mama being in the streets, even if she's not currently, she was for a long time. So I could get why some people wouldn't feel she's a simple civilian.
Right.
She's kind of irritating because she's an older. I mean, she's not old, but it's like the fact that you got a woman that's in her mid to late 40s, like neck deep in like the whole internet going live. Like, it's kind of embarrassing actually. Yeah. But you got to feel for her because I think she's lost like all of her boy,
daughter, two sons.
Yeah, so
she lost a daughter before all of them.
I can't imagine trying to make it out of Chicago, bro. Like
a lot of them could and don't want to leave. That's the part kind of like it just shows how.
Yeah, but then that gets into a deeper thing, and I'm not trying to go down that rabbit hole, but just saying like how much of that is mental conditioning.
No, that's
for sure that is
right, yeah.
Because some of them don't even think that's an option.
Right, they
have the money and don't even think that's an option.
Because Vlad asked all of them the same thing and paints the same picture of Chief Keef from Calabasas, and they're just like, I just love it too much, and it's like.
The people that leave are frowned upon, though.
Yeah, you looked as you're running.
I don't trust Sellers, man.
He said, "Hey, Phil."
I don't trust Sellers, dog.
No one does.
I know something.
And you'd be smart not to.
Hey, but you know what? Shout out to Sellers because he has been tuning in lately, man. I appreciate that, man. God, for real. That's dope.
Yeah, definitely.
That's dope. But man,
Celis is good to have in the community, whether he's trolling or not. He's great to have around the scene. So anytime he's around, I'm with it.
I told him that the other day. I said he contributes a lot to what's going on in NBR, and just knowing him as a person, like it's There's a lot of stuff that that he doesn't share that's good about him that he doesn't even brag about and stuff. It's crazy.
Celis is crazy because he'll troll the fuck out of you, but then also give you one of the most in-depth critical breakdowns of what you can do better, and you're not sure like
You don't
what's
know
what. You're not sure what's real and what's not.
We ought to have a Celis Greatest Moments show, man. Because I'll tell you one of them off the bat. The one where when Vez was actually got caught and Celis was like in the center of it at the beginning. You remember that?
Didn't he expose it?
Yeah.
He exposed it.
Listen, hold on. We're gonna address something else right now. You don't get to start calling yourself RB Clev till you go there and like prove yourself.
Clev,
because look, I'm rooting for Clev all the way. Like I hope he fucking kills it. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like you gonna put that in front of your name, and then if you go out there and it don't go so well for you, that's not gonna be good. Like let's not put the wagon before the horse. You feel me?
I ain't sugarcoating that. I ain't sugar that egotistical fuck. You never seen Bloody Scene, Clev. You never seen ABCD, Clev. Fuck that.
No Bar Wars, Clev.
No Bar Wars, Clev. They just Clev's an asshole.
I'm just giving him shit, bro. It's a great look for
Clever.
Shout out to
look,
Clever.
Man.
If for any of you that don't know, Clever is going to be on one of the 2-day. RB is doing another brick by brick event. It's a 2-day event. He's on one of the days, getting a really good look on RB. So shout out to Clever for that.
Shout out to Clever. Clever, you're not gonna get smoked, man. It's a one rounder. You go in there and do your thing. You go home. That's it.
Nah, bro, you're gonna have your best performance.
You're gonna have your best performance. You're gonna write your best bars. It's one round. You know
how serious it is. I know you know. You ain't gonna play.
No, I mean, and do yourself a favor, man. You got a lot of ears here at an NBR to your disposal, man. Spar. Let somebody give you an honest critique of what you're doing, man. Don't go up there. You don't have to go up there without any. Not saying help, but without any critique to where you might want to tweak a few things or take a few things out and rearrange some things. You got help. All you gotta do is ask. There's plenty of people. Help. Celis to tell you what's up with it. He'll listen to you around. So, but what we got in store for today, man?
Foster's usually our keeper of the minutes.
Oh shit.
You got the minutes.
Here the minutes. We got a whole event. We got a whole event in Indiana going down this weekend. What's funny? What I missed?
Read the thing.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Hey, quit pinning selling shit now.
We give you our at least he said we. I'm in there with you.
Oh boy. So Secretary Foster, you keeping the minutes. What we talking about today, man?
Dog, I don't like that name, but anyway.
I didn't call you that. Jerome did.
No, I see it. I see Jerome. Yeah. So the name of the card in Indiana is Turf Talk Reloaded.
Okay.
The return of Ball Hog.
Oh yeah. I keep forgetting.
Is that what that is? That's Ball?
Yeah. There's actually not enough emphasis on the brand because Ball Hog is that's
they're a major part of Indiana battle rap and really establishing what Indiana is now. So
for sure.
Right, yeah. But it just says Turf Talk, so you don't really you forget.
The logo's on the helmet. If you look at the helmet on the left side of Turf Talk,
I see. So you got the card up too while you bullshit, or maybe you don't. Maybe you just remember.
No, I got it up. I pulled up.
Okay.
I'm a professional, Foster.
Yeah. You just wanted to say that I had the numbers.
Foster, you're the greatest person I know. I mean that.
Oh shit!
Let me go on record as saying that.
Cut this shit.
But so we gonna run through the card a little bit, or what we doing?
Yeah, we're gonna run through the card.
Yeah, Turk is supposed to join us. I'm waiting for him. I I know he said he'd be with us.
Well, we can
expeditiously,
wait
so.
because Turk has a major battle on there.
Yeah, but it's at the top of the card, so we can cover some of this.
He is the top.
Yeah.
So we do want to cover it, or we want to get it. We can get into the Drake shit too.
Well, we can touch on the Drake shit. What do you guys think about Mook?
I mean, there's a lot of things being spun right now as far as like the reason why it didn't happen and all that, and everybody's all easy. You know, the easy craze is so high. So everybody's on the my bad. Go ahead.
I got a little bit of information on why Mook's not battling. Well, he made a statement.
Yeah.
And but it's very conflicting. It's very conflicting. Mook says that he was slated to battle Briz.
Yeah.
He said he had 2 rounds already prepared for Briz. Then at the last minute, it was they replaced him. Now the word was used backed out, right?
Yeah.
Briz took offense to that though. Now I'll get to that part in a minute, but it was talked about. He said he had 2 rounds and he was ready for his 3rd, and then they said the Briz battle wasn't happening and they wanted him to battle Easy. And he said he wanted to, please the fans. He said, but in 2.5 weeks' notice, it just wasn't enough time for him to battle Easy and be at an elite level.
That's really no time for a card of that magnitude. I mean, granted, there's some amazing battle rappers that could.
Let's get into that, because I feel like lately the URL's been doing that with a lot of cards. Like,
doing what?
I don't know. They used to just be way more out in front with the battle announcements. Now cards are sometimes not getting officially announced till a week before they go down and stuff. Like, and it seems like some of the battlers are having issue with that too, because opponents are getting changed, prep is getting affected. So,
well, before we get into that though, but if you think about it, 2.5 weeks, and Mook don't come outside but once or every other year.
Here's my thing though with that. Mook doesn't come out but a couple of times a year because you can't afford to pay somebody $60,000 more than a couple of times a year. Right. I don't think it's because Mook needs all this prep. I think that
I'm not saying he needs the prep, but if you're not used to doing it, like if you say, okay, book me to battle, and you ain't battled in a year, then and you haven't heard of a Mook being on a card with 2.5 weeks left on the card. You just haven't heard that.
Oh no. Well, it did seem weird that everybody, because that whole card damn near battled on Summer Madness. Yeah. So it seemed like a quick turnaround for a lot of these guys. And a lot of these guys said that their battles all just got locked. Like Surf and Cal was allegedly just locked. So I mean, it did seem like weird timing how they did it. But shit, I mean, Mook's material definitely takes more thought process than Easy's. No shade.
If it's gonna be on the same level of Reed, shit, he need more than 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You really think Mook's latest performances have been that much more thought involved than Easy's material? I'm asking.
You think that Easy has crazy thought-provoking like triple entendres?
No.
It's pretty much selling work and selling more work. Let's be honest. And breakdowns. Okay, the thought process of breaking somebody down, it has a heavy thought process. But like Easy, I feel like he can easily regurgitate or
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
I understand what you're saying. I don't feel like Mook's been on that level really the last few performances.
Versus Rock.
That level of like thought out crazy material. I don't even think he was against Rock. I thought he had good material, but I didn't think it was some crazy.
I thought it was crazy.
Intricate.
I thought it was pretty nuts. And I think it's platform based.
Yeah, I thought what he did versus Rock was crazy.
Well, let me pivot this question a little bit. Like, regardless how you feel about his material, you brought up the fact he doesn't come out and battle a lot because of his asking price.
Mm-hmm.
At what point does he no longer become worth said asking price? And I don't even mean his talent level or quality wise. I mean, when has fan opinion of him turned so much that he's no longer a draw like that, and he's just not by the numbers worth the asking price?
Look at the reception of him allegedly backing out. People are up in arms. Like,
yeah, but
people care about that, and people are like,
but
people downplay Mook, right? But people are also saying that, like, oh, it's got to be applauded that Easy has made this ascension and he has Mook this fast. Like, you got to make up your mind.
I don't disagree with that, but I would also say a lot of people I've seen upset about the Mook backing out is a worry that Easy's not gonna get a battle, not gonna get a replacement. Like, I definitely think there's more, at least in the vocal part of the battle rap community, more upsetness about potentially not seeing Easy than there is not seeing Mook, which makes sense. Which makes sense, bro. Easy is the flavor of the month right now because
like a motherfucker of the month,
right?
Like Big T said, you're having a great rookie year. That's really what it is.
Yeah, I'm not one of these people that's going to act like Easy's all of a sudden some solidified GOAT. Like, he's just the current trend. But because he's the current trend, he's definitely what most people are, like, pressed about, I feel like.
I think that the combination of the both of them is what made that battle exciting, though. I think people were like, oh, shit, Mook finally up against a new age.
I'm not saying that like Mook's some scrub, or that like when he's not worth his asking price, he should start battling on no-name leagues for 5,000 a pop. Like, obviously, though, there's a difference between being worth 100K and being worth 50K, and there's actual math and shit behind the scenes of the business. And I'm not saying
the reason why the asking price doesn't matter here is because of the budget and who's throwing it. That's really a lot of.
So you don't think there's a scenario where somebody like Bees is behind the scenes looking at it like, yo, crowd's really turning on Mook. His battles ain't really doing the numbers and views. He just not worth what he's asking for us. It don't make sense. You don't think there's a scenario where that happens?
Dude, if some of the people that I see getting booked for nice money that give them a round and a half, that shit, not at all. When has anybody ever questioned, is Mook going to come with?
I didn't say they were going to stop booking Mook, but
what point? I don't know. When your status is that high, like, people don't think that Cassidy, his performance, they always say Cassidy's trash, right?
I always argue that Cassidy is the only active battler worth 100K every time out, and that is because the level of attention he brings to.
You don't think Mook brings that same attention?
No, bro. If I go ask my fucking little cousin, or not little cousins because they're too young, but I go ask my cousins around my age who Murder Mook is, they don't know. If I ask them who Cassidy is, they know I'm a hustler.
Oh yeah, because of the music, but they're not battle rap fans. You got to ask battle rap fans. Come on now. If you ask battle rap fans,
okay, like, this is
cool, but no, Murder Mook, I remember him from Smack DVD.
It's not about battle rap fans. That's my point. The reason Cassidy is worth 100K every time is. No, it's because a million more people tune in when he's battling, bro.
But his music or his battle rap career?
Yo, I have a homie that could give a fuck less about battle rap, but he watched the Cassidy Hitman Holler battle just because of Cassidy.
That's kind of
the point I'm making. That's the point I'm making.
That's
my point, though.
They're not listening as well.
Did they listen to his last mixtape?
That doesn't matter, bro. What I'm saying is, when you pay Cassidy 100,000 or 100K to battle on RBE, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If he causes 3 million more people to fucking watch that battle that won't watch any other fucking battle, and then only a fraction of them, only 100,000 of those 3 million extra eyes watch additional content on RBE, you still only paid $1 per new fan. That's fucking insane in terms of retention for a customer base. That's why he's worth it. Mook ain't doing that. Bro, Mook ain't going to make 3 million people that don't care about battle rap watch a battle and pay attention to your brand. He's not. You can argue that Mook is a GOAT in battle rap and that battle rap should respect him, and I will co-sign that. I grew up on Smack DVDs.
I think they're just more casual battle rap fans. You understand that there's hundreds of, I don't say hundreds of millions. There's millions of battle rap fans, but there's ones that will check, but there's a smaller fraction that check everything.
Okay,
and there's only a.
If you can pay Mook and Cassidy the same price, right? $100K each, right?
Yeah.
And Mook isn't going to do anything but draw eyes in the battle rap community. And Cassidy can even potentially just get you one new fan that'll start supporting your league. Which is the better investment to you? Because to me, it's Cassidy.
It's Cass. No, the way you drew it, yeah. The way.
And that's why I think Cassidy is the only one that's undeniably worth his value, because he's the only one.
The question is there, though, Clax, can Mook do the same thing? Can he bring in a casual fan?
I don't think so.
That's the question.
Right. I personally don't think so. I think he can make all of battle rap pay attention where other battlers can't, but I don't think he can potentially draw new fans to your brand the way Cassidy can.
Because of Cassidy having an industry background is what you're saying?
Yeah. Bro, Cassidy has more Instagram followers than Mook. Just off the rip, if they both promote a flyer to the same event, Cassidy has a bigger reach. You're that same money bought a bigger reach with Cassidy just by default. Just if he shares the flyer on his Instagram, you reached more people for the same amount of money by default. That's just business 101.
He does. I mean, Mook has 300,000 followers, but yes, Cassidy has 500.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I'm just talking pure numbers.
Instagram fans. Are they all battle rap fans? Are they all going to tune into that battle?
No, you're not going to get them all. But that's why I said if you can even draw a few new eyes.
I got a question for you. So Mook has 300, right? So I'd venture to say that all 300 are battle rap. I see what you're saying as far as bringing.
But I get that. But listen. All 300 of Mook's followers most likely know what a URL or an RBE is. Only 200 of Cassidy's might. So now you just got 300 new eyes to be like, what's this RBE brand? Now let's say even 10% of them go further and look into it. That's 30,000 people looking up your brand, seeing what it's about. Let's say only 10% of them are retained and actually start watching the battles. You still just got 3,000 new fans. Whereas Mook is promoting to pretty much 98% people who already know you exist. That's my argument.
Let me ask you this, Foster. And this can sum it up. I don't know. Let's say you have $100,000, right? And you have a choice to book Mook or book Cassidy with your return of investment solely on those two. Who are you gonna book?
No, I'm booking Cassidy, but his argument was that he's the only one worth $100K or something like that.
I'm saying consistently. I had this debate on LeJoe's podcast. I'm not arguing like the way they built Mook and Reed. Mook's worth $100K in that battle, but you can't put Mook against anyone and have it be worth $100K.
The only thing I have to say about all of that is battle rap fans are so fickle. Like you can have a terrible battle and they'll forget everything you've done prior to that.
Mook's last one-on-one battle was rock and everybody loved it for the most part.
I love that battle.
Look, if you ask me who I think will give you a better performance for $100K, I'll pick Mook.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Cassidy's better than him, like in terms of talent versus money you're paying. I'm just saying if I run a business, it's a more sound investment to pay Cassidy that.
Yeah. No. I
As
agree.
far as eyes, as far as promotion, as far as everything, even after the battle, he's going to sell the fight. He
But I
sells the
think
fight.
it came up because we were talking about budgets and how it varies from person to person. I don't.
Yeah,
We got off far away because my whole thing was like, okay, he's asking for a certain amount because this is a Drake budget, and so of course, why not go get your? Because we were talking about how the fuck we were talking about. Just basically how who's worth what.
Right.
It's not really a return on investment type thing. Like, is Calico really worth? Is he really bringing back 100,000 when he says he wanted or got close to 100,000? No, not really. But
well, honestly, I think these dudes lie about their numbers. I think a lot of these dudes embellish their numbers, and I think they all collectively do it. So that's why they don't call each other out on it, because it's a collective practice.
I'm not gonna say that I'm not gonna say that you didn't get your 25 because I lied and said I got 20 and I got 15. Like, yeah.
But you know what I think though? I think the battlers' money this go round, because it's Drake's birthday, is slightly high. Is higher because it's Drake's thing.
Oh no! For this card, they probably did. Money's being thrown around, I'm sure.
And then caffeine is kind of thrown around a little while too. Allegedly.
So they're only getting this crazy amount because it's Drake's card and it's his birthday or whatever.
Well, who do you think? Here's a question I have, and this is in the ballpark. Who's worth it more to you, Lux or Mook? Out of those two,
Lux.
Yeah, see, I'd pay Lux more than Mook too. So that's why I'm just saying, like, it.
But Lux, you really see less though.
I agree, but I think you see a little more consistent Lux too. That's all I'm saying. I'm not even saying. Look, I'm not hating on Mook. My original question was just basically asking, is there a point? I'm not even saying like there will be a point. I'm just saying, fucking, is there a point where Mook kind of like hurts his asking price because the fans have soured on him?
The only reason
I guess my real question is, how much do fans and their opinion of you affect your asking price? That's really what my question should have been from the beginning. And that's on me.
I gotta I want to pin this question up because I think this is a good question, and I got mixed feelings about that answer, but I want you guys to answer first.
No, because I'm not supposed to care that much, honestly. As a supporter, I'm not supposed to.
Well, the question for those that's not.
I mean, we debate contracts in any other sport. So,
do y'all think there should be a tier pay system? And
well, I think there is. We all know
unwritten. Yes, there's an unwritten tier pay. However, there are some that fall short of that, and a lot of people have argued, like somebody like JC, who they say is top tier. They swear up and down he doesn't get paid like one.
He probably doesn't.
Yeah, I don't know.
But see, JC's smart. They clown JC for taking all them battles, but JC probably made 3 times off of battle rap what some of them dudes that clown him made.
I don't know. It depends who you're talking about.
Bro, if you do one,
Surf said he signed a three battle deal for 120,000.
I'm not talking about someone like a Surf who can justify. Yeah, I'm talking about like a ride and something.
A rider.
I mean, these guys are battling for damn near free. Like, no, I mean, like, they're not getting crazy. If they don't, the fans know at this point that if you're not touching the caffeine stage, you're making like 1,200 max. That's why they cry.
Not true at all.
That's why they cry so much about getting on caffeine. That's where the bag it really is at.
Oh, well, in the URL system, yeah, that's all.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about URL. Yeah, you're not going to see Ryder out. You're not going to see Ryder on anything. No. I mean, he's on small leagues.
That's why them contracts are stupid as fuck. Why would you sign yourself over for like 5 years or some dumb shit to make peanuts? Like, there's other leagues out here paying, and even if like they're not paying as much as URL for a single battle, like you could battle 3 times and end up making more. That's been my argument about JC with all these low level dudes that criticize him. Like even if you get 10 grand for a battle, but you only do 1 battle in a year, you only made 10K in a year. Even if JC only gets 3K for a battle, but he does 20 battles in a year, he cleared 60K. Who's really up?
Yeah.
If I can make 60K in a year, I'll battle in a fucking driveway too. I don't give a fuck. Like, criticize me all you want.
Should there be a max and a minimum as far as tiers?
I mean, it should be negotiable 100%. Because
they're going to base what you get paid, what you bring to the table. Like, they know people come out when Surf comes out. To be honest, whether he has these Surf fans that live and die for him. Like, if you say something bad about Surf on a post right now, you'll get arguments.
Yeah, and I scrap with them with real facts.
Surf
they was hating me for months.
See, even when Surf shows up with 2 rounds, he's probably worth 100K because of how much of a rabid fucking following he brings to anything he does.
I can't argue with that.
When Twerk's on a card, that interest level peaks so high, even though he's fumbled the bag.
He was in a doghouse for a minute. They was about to get him the fuck out of here, and he better come prepared for Drake. Drake could get him beat the fuck up if he fuck his shit up.
I think for max and minimums to work, there'd have to be more transparency, and I don't think any league owners want that.
Because that's how you said we do in any other sport, but we know exactly how much Bradley Beal and LeBron. We know exactly what.
Obviously, there are differences. I was just saying I don't think it's wrong to like debate and discuss the pay system and what's fair and stuff. We do that with the NBA, but
we also don't know the pay-per-view, and when we're discussing these things, we don't know shit. We don't know endorsements. We don't know
right. I always say that. I always say, obviously, I don't know the numbers. So, like, I don't really know what makes sense just from if I was running an outside. I only base it on what I would do if I was running a league. I can't know these dudes' numbers or know what position they're in to, like, actually criticize what they do. I just may disagree with how I would handle something.
Mm-hmm, of course.
But I don't think, like, going back to the minimum and max and transparency, I don't think league owners want that because
not even enough money. Because somebody's gonna get embarrassed by the fact that, like, oh wow, you took 2,500 and this guy got 20. What a bump! Like,
right, and league owners manipulate that situation and scenario to to their benefit, like across the board, even at low level leagues and shit. Like it's even worse at low level leagues, and the low level leagues are like the worst thing for battle rap on both sides of the fence, because higher tier battlers fuck them over, and then that jades them and makes a lot of the league owners handle things real scummy and out for self, like, because they've been fucked over and jaded and shit. You see, I've been around this shit for 8 years. Like, you see it time and time again, and that's what kills promising leagues and everything else. And it's just a cesspool, and that's another reason it's hard for low level battlers to get on, because the churn at these bottom rung level in leagues and shit is crazy.
This dude's metaphors be fucking me. He said the churn.
That's the word, though, the turnover, bro. What else can I call it?
I just picture, like, you making butter.
They out here trying to make butter. I think league owners need to stop trying to, like, get rich off of battle rap off the first 2 events, though.
I don't think they're trying to get rich, bro. You know what the overhead is on this shit. I've dealt
with a lot of league owners, and, like, some of them definitely 100% think that this shit is just some, like, get rich quick thing. They think it's a simple event to throw.
Fast, though. You're right. They probably do look at it and see dollar signs, but they find out so fast that, like, damn.
I get it, but that's my point. And then they get jaded, and then they try to do, like, fuck shit to, like, recoup some losses before they bow out and leave the scene. You see that happen a lot with lower tier leagues and
That's
stuff.
why I never got into funding this shit, because shit, I ain't gonna lie to you, I would be taking all this shit personal. Like, oh, you didn't show up, or you ran off with my money. That shit would have me tight.
That's one of the things I think a lot of the NBR battlers take for granted, is the fact that Bar Wars and Alpha League have both been such consistent and stable leagues, where a lot of other cities have leagues come and go and scenes percolate and then die and then come back to life and then die again as the leagues come and go. NBR's had two real like solid dudes and running leagues that have stayed consistent. You know, maybe the quality of battles has come and gone as talent's come and gone, but the platform has been maintained and consistent.
Yeah.
I thought Turk was about to join us, but when you're the worst podcast in battle rap.
Hey, second worst. I saw one the other day that was pretty true.
He said second worst. Do not.
No, I've seen some really bad ones.
Don't
Some
undercut.
really bad ones.
Don't undercut us.
I'm not trying to like hate on anyone else, but I've seen some bad ones, so
Yeah.
it gives me hope.
You know, we do
I
all right.
should be organized. We don't just be,
So-
wild, crazy. But.
So are we going to jump into the card or?
Oh, we didn't get to the car because I was scrapping for Mook for so long.
Yeah. Let's see. Who's at the bottom?
You
of the
do be
card?
riding for Mook. I'm not gonna hold
Nah,
you.
because I see these people that like, come on, man, no, this Easy shit. It's funny because Easy has been around for so fucking long and nobody knew. Like, I've been watching Easy the Block Captain.
Oh yeah, I've been up on Easy for a minute, man.
Yeah, he's been around and he went to jail and all that shit. And people are like, oh, Easy a killer. Like, come on, man. Like, no.
Yeah, I would like. I'm not even saying I thought he would beat Mook or nothing like that. Like other people were jumping out the window and saying, like
He got
some people
Mook
were
out.
talking crazy.
He got Mook the same year he got Rex. Like, you just trying to take everybody out in Harlem, huh? Like, it ain't that easy. Like, look at JC. JC been putting in pain forever, and they just lobbed Mook that. Like, come on, that's crazy. They be violating JC. They be violating him.
Hold on, I'm trying to deal with technical issues. No, but part of that is because JC don't play ball with them. Let's be real about that, bro.
What you mean?
What up, Noah? What up, Noah?
No in the building.
Even before the URL was the way it is now, where it's clear that if you're not a company man, you're not getting any real love or shine and stuff. Like JC was kind of known for being a headache for them to deal with. I don't know why. I just know that there's been that like
JC
followed him.
JC hasn't been on an RBE or King of the Dot in years.
And maybe he's a headache for them too. I don't know. I don't know what these people deal with. I've never every time I've dealt with JC, that's my dog. And so like on a personal,
it's not about
like
your
in the MBR level, like that's my homie. But for league owners, maybe he like. But what I found with all these league owners is the minute you stand on something and like have like, just certain shit you adamant about,
like Calico.
Calico had a rep for a while for being a headache too. Why? Because he just simply stood firm on what he wanted and shit.
He's still firm and a headache, but they fuck with him. Now, granted, the pull for Calico is obviously at a higher level, but like I feel like JC,
Cal's a company man in the sense, not a company man like all the new dudes are, where they're like on the URL dick. Cal's a company man in the sense that he knows that that's like the bread and butter. He's good there. He doesn't need to do other shit. So they're going to book Cal because they know he's still basically an exclusive talent to them like that.
Right.
No, he's not. He was just on RBE doing a Hitman battle.
Bro.
He just did that.
I know he did and shit, but I'm saying
they not only put him against Geechee, but they gave him a shit ton of money to just battle Surf in a rematch. They doubled up on it after the Hitman shit.
Because Cal is known as a URL name, so even when he goes to RBE,
they all are known as URL guys.
My point is, if Ryder leaves URL and goes and builds his brand bigger,
you're not hearing
what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you go. Go ahead.
I'm saying that if Ryder goes and builds his brand with RBE, he can look like an RBE guy. Cal's never going to look like an RBE guy. So he's a company man in that way. He doesn't need to be a yes man. He's a company man, and they already built his brand, and he's a URL guy. Nobody's ever going to view him as different and shit. He's good in that regard. And then in respects to the JC situation, like, bro, tell me honestly, like the entire battle rap world knows JC has an elite pen. And knows that you're not just going to clear JC ever. Even if he loses a battle, you're not bagging him and clearing him out of there. So what other reason could it be than like friction or him not playing ball by what they want for them not to book him? Name another reason, bro.
I can't imagine, because he battled in the last year. He's battled Prep, Riggs, None. That three right there: Prep, Riggs, and None. You are doing whatever they want. It's obvious if you're getting names like that, which are just build up names. Who else has JC battled outside of him? I know he battled Drugs on a
Lady Flames.
Lady Flames. Like these are all names that are being built up off of him.
They made him look like a gatekeeper.
100%. He battled Suge in Philly. Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
Well, that was kind of a
he beat the shit out of Suge.
That's probably the biggest name JC's had, right?
Yeah.
I mean, not ever, but in
the past 2 years, yeah.
Yes, fucking Suge. And Suge is a gatekeeper in himself. He's also battled None, Young Cannon, Jay the Nightwing. He's a gatekeeper too. It was a gatekeeper's battle. And JC spooked him.
And if you think about it, when he battled Geechee wasn't the Geechee is now.
So
it was way
so you making my point. Like, if he's not getting booked, it's got to be because there's some type of friction.
I can't see it. They're booking him. They're booking him.
They're booking him. They're just
throwing
him whatever.
They're just giving him. They just know that they can give him whatever the fuck. Can you imagine if they asked Calico if he wanted None? That nigga would have.
Bro, listen. I don't know how JC feels, but if P talked about me the way JC did, I'd have friction with the URL. So I guess I'm basing it off of like how I perceive things.
They was about to give
him friction. They just know they can say whatever they They
was about to give JC Spanish Harlem.
Man,
the fuck?
Man.
It's what you want out of battle rap, though. Some of these dudes, like, they can front like they want a bag and everything else, but really they want to be stars and want to have like bitches faint over them and shit. I don't think JC gives a fuck about none of that. I think it's truly about a bag to him. That's why he's cool being a workman. Like I said, he can make more taking his route in a year off of battle rap than these dudes do on that URL stage.
Calico, tell me he can't. You said 60 when you said he cleared 60,000. Cal cleared.
I just gave you
Geechee alone.
I just gave you a scenario, and
what it is though.
And how many of these URL dudes truly? How many of them are clearing over 50K? Really? Like, I don't care. They say they are. How many really are?
I hold JC to so much higher a standard than the rest of these dudes. That's the reason why I do that. Like when you throw a Ryder out there, like okay, fucking Ryder, but JC has been around since the inception, damn near.
No, but my point is, bro, let's say Shine gets 25K a battle, right?
That sounds about right.
Like, okay. Shine also is a company dude who they're going to book at least 4 times a year, make sure he clears around 100K, and they're going to fucking, like, rock with him and make sure he gets paid. They're not going to do JC like that. He knows that. Why worry about that shit?
Why does he know that when there's a person in his state?
Because they don't do it. Bro, people's actions speak. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be real, bro. The battle world asks for these battles. Everybody thinks that it's an acceptable battle, and URL isn't booking it. So clearly, they're not willing to do it. Like, what? There's no other like answer. You know what I mean? There's literally, or these battlers won't battle him because they don't want JC to clear him because JC's the small dancer guy. So God forbid that he fucking 30 him clean and hurt their resume and shit. Like, there's probably a level of that, but I'm saying the URL, for whatever reason, just doesn't view him the same way you or I do. And they're clearly not going to book him that way. So if they're going to like throw him whatever and offer him peanuts, he doesn't need to like sit around being worried about them like they probably want him to do, because that's what they want all their battlers to do. So go get a bag. Take 20 battles in a year and clear 5K per battle. That's money, bro.
5 per battle, bro.
You don't think JC gets 5 for some of the battles, some of these leagues?
On URL, yeah, but outside of that,
not the smaller leagues.
I bet some he does.
I know the money he's accepted for some of these smaller leagues.
Yeah, like I don't want to speak on what like I know, but
listen, I'm not saying he does every time, but I'm saying you're gonna tell me that there's not some fucking white kid in fucking Idaho who is willing to pay JC his 5K.
He doesn't. He's not taking those battles anymore, bro.
No, you just said about Mook, you can't have it both ways. Well, it goes the same way. You can't. Everybody can't criticize JC that he takes any old battle and then be like, he doesn't take battles like that.
No, not anymore. No, now pretty much he takes the URL battles. He battles in Grand Rapids here and there. He just battled for Cheatham, but
I don't know these man's math. I guess what let me just sum it all up instead of trying to talk about it more in depth. I'll say it by saying that, like, my real point is people shouldn't pocket watch or worry about it. Like,
we that's what I just said, and you were like, but we do it, right?
No, I'm saying discussing the contracts more. I'm talking about these battle rappers that are like worried about him take what battles he takes. If he's getting paid, he's getting paid the battle. That's like,
because that's the number one angle they use, and it's been
every fucking time.
Yeah,
every fucking time.
What's my man name? Kid. What's
Chaos?
Kid Chaos.
Another one. I forgot.
Another person they're building that they put in front of JC.
Yeah, they just throw him anything.
They just throw him whoever, and he's held his own. I mean, these are hungrier people too.
Right.
They're trying to make a name of themselves battling
bro,
JC.
if battle rap was being truly unbiased and you just like sat down and looked at the verses and shit, you couldn't deny JC's a top 5 pen all time in battle rap.
Of course, no. Yeah, I would.
I'm saying though, the problem is a part of the fans and the culture play him like he's not, and a big part of these battle rappers play him like he's not. Some of these battle rappers will be quick.
Well, the battle rappers' premise is the reason why the fans do it, because
I get that.
Earth fast, they wouldn't even know to think that way.
I get that. I'm just saying there's no simple answer. The URL mishandles him. Battle rappers downplay like the level of respect he deserves in the culture, and all of that creates like a little fucking tornado of bullshit that puts him in the position he's in. I feel like
I think he mishandles himself.
But
nobody could ever mishandle a person that's in charge of their own destiny, because you could never mishandle a Calico.
But the thing is, the way we judge the metrics is like still evolving too. There's a scenario where in 20 years from now, people look back on the fact that JC took 300 battles and consider him one of the greatest ever because he has more fights than a lot of battlers, and he's consistent in them. People don't.
Is JC talked about as one of the top battlers?
It depends on who you're talking to, but my point is that if right now he gets clowned for taking so many battles, right? But
not anymore. It's more so who he's battling. He used to battle a whole lot more. When you talk about like Ball Hog and
I get that. I'm just saying in general, right? Who he's battling, how many battles he takes, all of that, all of this being part of the like gripes against him or criticisms against him. That's current. But in 10 years, all I'm arguing is there's a scenario where somebody looks back and says, well, Lux only had 30 battles on his resume and JC's got 200 and JC was consistent. So there could be a scenario where the fans' perception changes and JC becomes more celebrated than a Lux or a Mook or somebody. For the very reason that he's criticized now. Down the road, the fact he took on any fight and was consistent could play in his favor.
It could.
I'm just arguing the metric changes. That's part of the problem in battle rap too. What is celebrated and respected in one era becomes clowned in another.
Yeah.
As the culture evolves and stuff, and vice versa. DNA used to get clowned for the freestyle and shit in the very beginning a lot. And now it's one of his most celebrated attributes and praised attributes about
Did
his.
they celebrate anything about DNA?
No.
Well, I mean, DNA's in that position where like he's like the lovable Gump. Like everybody likes to make fun of him, but everybody also silently respects it, whether they say it or not.
They better respect him.
I think
right,
that's
obviously.
what happens, but I hope that's what happens, but I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, they better respect him.
I'm not going to keep going on. The facts of the matter is all of these battlers are in a way better position than me. So who am I to really fucking say shit? I'm just a fucking asshole.
You rich, Claps. What you talking about?
I'm not rich.
That's why that's why his name's Green. It's Clax Green. That's
right.
I was trying to spell collects, and I was just not very good at it.
Collects.
Oh, damn. Somebody going to fuck you up off that.
I have to give them these bars.
That's true.
It's a reach. It's a reach.
Do you hear the shitty name flips that get used against me? Listen, I'm dead serious. If one more battle rapper uses a clickety clacks or click clacks bar against me, I'm walking off the stage. I don't care.
Okay,
get
ready.
Hold
on, Clax. Let me ask you this. What was the best name flip used against you? Were you just like, God damn?
I don't know, man. I got to be honest with you. I don't know.
They're all bad.
No, it's just that like from my first run, it's definitely like probably something like somebody like Deal said to me. In my first run, there were a lot of good ones. Everyone I've gotten since I've come back has been damn. Now I won't say trash, but me like mid at best. But there were a couple really good ones in my early era. I just have kind of like forgot how they went. So I'd have to like go back honestly and watch it.
At one point, Deal a Monster was like the name flip king. Like he was crazy with it.
Yeah.
He was crazy with it. So let's go over this card. Let's attempt to go over this card one more time.
I've been talking to Turk, man. We've had this problem before.
Well, we're not going to talk about the Indiana card. When is the Indiana?
The Indiana card's this weekend.
We got to talk about it then.
Yeah. No, we can talk about it. I was just saying, he was having issues where he was trying to connect, and it was saying that it was like his firewall or whatever was blocking his mic and his camera from connecting to StreamYard specifically. I don't know.
Yeah.
Did you try to send him a link through Hidden Invite and Hidden Messenger?
I just sent him a copy of the link.
No, try it this way. Hit invite. It's going to ask you to messenger. It's going to say messenger at the bottom. Hit messenger, and then type in whatever his name is on the messenger. That seems to work a lot better than the link. Copying the link.
All right.
That's how I had problems getting people on here and on the show. Just clicking the link, copy and paste the link.
For sure.
So try it that way. It may work.
Well, we can get into the card either way. It's a nice little card.
Hey man, you talking about the ball? We talking about the ball card, right?
Yeah, Turf Talk Reloaded.
Man,
hold on.
Man, I looked at there's not a few people at the bottom of the card that I don't know.
Hey, I don't know Dex, but don't sleep on the Wando cat. I just saw him when I was down there in Indiana, and he's nice, bro.
Well, I'm looking at the card at the top, and I'm like, these three top matches are fire.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't seen Perp battle in a while, and I would love, you know what I'm saying, him and Fonz. That's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna be a dogfight.
So you haven't seen Turk in a while?
I wanna go down here for this card. I'm excited about it.
Perp.
Yeah.
I'll probably drive down for it.
I think the last battle I seen was him versus Averb. I don't know if that was his last battle, but that was the last battle I seen.
Definitely not his last battle. He didn't have a ton. He's actually been pretty active, but I haven't seen footage from him.
Yeah, I haven't. That's the last battle I seen.
I think Perp took a little minute off.
He took a minute off after that.
I don't think it's been a long minute, but I think he took a little
Like he was just on that the Ill Will Saga card. I can't remember who. I think the battle just hasn't come out yet. But
yeah, no, yeah, I was gonna say he did that battle, but I think before that he had not battled this year. Before that battle, just this year though. I may be wrong about that, but I think that's. I try to stay hip to Indiana. I fuck with Indiana.
I mean, you're the Indiana's favorite battle rapper, so why wouldn't you?
I forgot that's what I made my name. I needed to change it.
Wow.
Oh, you forgot.
What?
So who's at the bottom of the card?
A couple guys I don't know.
So the bottom of the card, I do not know the Dex dude, but I got to see Wando in Indiana when I was down there, and the battle actually just dropped on Raw Talent too, the footage. So if anybody wants to check him out, he's nice. He's got a more aggressive style. I mean, he's not a real intricate pen, but he lands some real nice fucking punches, and he's got a very aggressive performance-based style, and he's solid. Like he's definitely got an opportunity to impress being on a card with some of these names, because I think he's fairly new in the Indiana scene.
Right.
I do not know the Dex dude, so I don't want to comment on him. I don't know if he's good or not. So the next battle is Ski Mask Rico and King Ape, and
I know King Ape.
Yeah. I've seen some footage of Rico before. I don't really remember anything that stood out.
Sorry.
But I'm not gonna say he's like trash or anything either. Ape just did the Crucible, so depending on how he is coming off of that,
damn, that's fucked up.
It's all good, I guess. I mean, he's from Michigan, I guess.
But I think Ape will probably take that battle pretty
I don't know
clearly if he's in his bag.
I don't know who the other guy is, but I'm gonna definitely do some homework and find out what's going on with it.
Yeah, like I said, he's not bad. I just think Ape is probably like in a bag right now after coming off of making it on the second stage of the Crucible. So, it's one of those situations where like sometimes you catch a battler at just the wrong time. And I think that might be a situation. But shit, this could be a great look for Rico if he pulls off the upset or really shows out and even just makes it, like a classic. He's got a classic with somebody who just made it onto the app. So
who else we got?
Gucci and Jay Lopez. You guys familiar with these two?
For sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Figured so.
I heard some bad things about Jay Lopez's last battle.
I've heard not good things about his last couple.
And I was high on him like a couple years ago. Like he got down in Cleveland.
Yes,
he went crazy.
Yeah.
But I haven't heard too much about Jay Lopez except for on the bad end of the spectrum as far as his performances the last couple.
I'm a fan of his. I kind of like his unorthodox style, and like I've watched a fair amount of his footage. But yeah, I've heard not the greatest things about his last couple of performances.
He battled C Steel, right? The last battle, right, Foster?
Yeah, was that his last one? Was it C? Yeah, it was C Steel.
Yeah, and I heard it wasn't good for him.
I want to see when I need the footage to drop so I can.
I'm pretty sure he turns right around in battles on that big manslaughter card.
Yeah, he battles.
League. That A-Ward's on. I don't know who he battles on it. That's my bad, but I'm pretty sure he battles on the card. Meanwhile, Gucci is pretty consistent. Like what I think about a lot of these Indiana battlers is that Ape making it on the Crucible kind of like reignited a hunger for some of them. I see a lot of them talking big shit about what they're about to do this weekend. Since Ape made it on there, so like Gucci's one of those people I think could really come out and fucking wild the fuck out.
Gucci wasn't there, was he?
No, he wasn't up there. I don't believe. But I'm saying, like, you know how that goes. I mean, it's the same thing with Stubbs making it. It's a bunch of people with Stubbs and with Kleb getting on RB. It's a bunch of people like getting a little more active in the group because they're like, oh, I need to be talking my shit and doing my thing too. I'm about to get on too. Like it just spurs that in you when somebody from.
It's clever making the all the lists and stuff like that, and end up on RBE. It's aging well for him because it's like, who are you? Right. Oh wait, you're on RBE, so maybe.
But
maybe it does mean something.
I feel like Gucci might be one of them ones that's like hungry to fucking really show out, so he could come out and really fucking.
Times did him dirty, didn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, I think Times won the battle.
But it's Times, though. I'm just saying that's my last thing.
I think Times won the battle, but I thought Gucci was solid in it.
He wasn't bad.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you can lose a battle and still be good, still increase your stock. Like, if it's a good battle, that was a good battle. I watched it twice. If I watched your battle more than once, I definitely consider it a solid battle from both parties.
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, I watch body bags, but I'll just say it's a body bag. It's a fucking body bag. And that's even more to my point that Gucci could come out like real hungry and like really wow the fuck out at this event. I think a lot of these dudes are gonna wow the fuck out at this event because it's big, bro.
That's a good event. It's a good Indiana and Ohio have been on. I mean, the whole Midwest, low key.
Yeah, for sure. Right.
Bar Wars.
I feel like the West had their little wave in battle rap, but it's the Midwest turn to real have a big wave.
West was more on some, caffeine. I guess they had some nice little cars on a grassroots level.
I just mean like you saw some West Coast battlers ascend up to the upper echelons, and I think the Midwest is poised to do that. I don't even mean like any of the dudes that aren't known yet. I'm talking specifically about like a Truffaut, MVP, a Fonz that are right there, all consistently showing up and like solidifying themselves on the platform and shit.
Yeah.
The next battle is Smacky and LL Cool G.
Coogee
wins the JC award for the year.
No, we're not doing that.
Why do you say that? But no, yeah, I'm terribly biased. So
same here.
Oh,
but no, it should be a good battle.
No, it'll definitely be a good battle. Smacky's nice. I think Coogee will win, but Smacky's nice.
Yeah. Check out Coogee and Turk. That happened in Indiana this year as well.
Oh, I'm gonna check that out today when we get done.
Raw talent.
But Turk's been on a crazy run this year.
He really has.
I really hope this Danny Meyer, I hope he shows the fuck out and he like gets the recognition he deserves because he's gone on a run this year. Not to undermine anyone else in Indiana, but Turk's been on a fucking run.
I still see that Stewie and Tisdale. I want to see what that's hitting for.
Yeah, they need to drop that for sure. It's a good battle. Like Stewie. See, Stewie started out real playful at the beginning of his round because they just did a one round, and so I kind of thought he didn't take Matt serious, but then he started like really rapping and shit. He clearly took Matt serious, and Matt held his own. So like, it's great footage for both of them actually. After Coogee Smacky, it's Mr. Mills and J2.
Oh, I got Mr. Mills though.
I actually think J2 is gonna win this.
I got Mr. Mills winning.
Really?
Yeah, I just think lyrically it's just not. They're not on the same level.
Really?
J2 talks some shit, but
J2 is kind of fire.
Mr. Mills can rap though.
I think J2 would have a better chance of winning the battle if it wasn't in the heart, like going to be damn near in the heart of Indiana.
You know he's from Indiana, right?
Yeah, I know. But does he have the following and love in Indiana that Mills does?
See, I get that, but that's not how I judge the battle. I understand what you're saying as far as what the reception may be leaving the room.
On Cam and stuff.
What is Mr. Mills gonna say to him?
on Cam, it'll probably be fairly close. I'd consider them pretty close in lyrical level and stuff. I just think in the building, Mills is going to win it.
Yeah, I can see that. It'd be hard for him, but J2 has been battling at a pretty high level. Like,
I'm not taking anything away from J2. I just think Mills is better.
Who did Mills battle last?
His last footage that dropped is the RBE shit.
Well, he battled on that. I keep referencing it. The one.
He battled Glue Easy, I believe.
Right. I think they said that battle was kind of just mediocre / Glue Easy might have won. Like, I feel like Glue Easy was your opportunity to kind of get back on the
good graces, yeah.
But his RBE performance was pretty good, but I don't know.
I think, like I said, I think on Cam it's probably pretty close in the building. It looks like it's in Mills' favor. That's how I'm going to call it.
I'm going to go with J2. What's next?
I never know if I pronounce it as B-Rose or Bros, but he's facing True Foe, so.
That battle could be close, honestly.
Who's battling?
B-Rose and
True Foe.
For the most part, when small league True Foe is going to give you, pretty much what you want out of True Foe. But I feel like ultimately his aim is not to win the battle. Even on like big leagues, I feel like obviously in the tournament his aim was to win, but I feel like True Foe kind of just gives you your money's worth and what you expect out of him. It's my analysis of True Foe for the most part.
I think, man, if True actually showed up, that battle has potential to steal the show, though.
Yeah, I haven't watched too much B-Rose recently, but I remember when he was supposed to battle in Detroit, I did some research and he was pretty good. He was actually supposed to battle Trouble way back when.
He's pretty nice, bro.
Yeah, I actually thought you said D-Rose, and I was like, he out? The old block talk.
I'm not doing this with you.
It was the old block talk earlier. I'm like, damn, they let D-Rose out? Somebody about to die.
They let him battle. That's crazy.
Right. So the next battle, and these next two battles are the ones I'm most hyped for. The next battle is Granddaddy Perp and Fonz.
Fonz has been scary on small league.
Bro, if they both show, Fonz is crazy, but man, if Perp shows up, that shit is going to be a dog fight.
But Perp is not better than Fonz, though.
I don't think he's better overall than Fonz, I guess, like in all around skill set, but that's not always what matters, as all three of us know.
And whoever you came with,
right, if all that mattered was like your pen and literally nothing else, then we would just have text battles. You feel me?
But that's why I say that Fonz has been scary on small leagues, whereas another person who's not as good as the lesser opponent, who bullshits a lot, you can lean on. Well, he'll probably bullshit because
See, you're not even the best in Flint. Tired of this nonsense.
What up, Zeke?
It is. It's nonsense. No, it's clearly the best in Flint. Let's just keep it a buck. Anyways, now what I'm saying is though, like I don't even want to pick a winner because I want it to be just a dog fight that results in classic fucking footage. Not that Fonz needs it, but Perp getting that classic footage with Fonz and really like hanging in a dog fight with him. You know what I'm saying?
Can't be serious.
And I didn't say best pen. I think that he's all around better than Perp.
Do you?
There's really not one thing that he can do better than Perp. I don't even think he can tell jokes better than Fonz.
I feel like you're biased because you hang out with Fonz in Cleveland all the time.
Not really. No. What?
I'm just joking.
No, I feel like you really meant that shit.
No, I don't even think you hang out with Fonz. I don't even think he acknowledges you. if you want to be honest.
I'm not gonna sit here and fight and say that he does, but he does.
No, listen,
Big black dude, right? Yes.
Yeah, yo, if you told me I had to pick, if you told me I had to pick, who I thought would win, like had to pick a winner, I'm gonna pick Fonz. I think Fonz is a little more seasoned after all his URL like exposure and stuff.
Well, no, what's crazy is that Perp, as far as big stage, but Perp has been around forever.
No, I know Perp's been around forever, but once you once you like are touching RBE or URL and doing like the caffeine events, stuff like that, like when you're at that level, that's a different level of seasoning. You get a better understanding of controlling crowds. There's just little intricate things that you pick up. I feel like I haven't done it, so maybe I'm wrong. Maybe these dudes are idiots. I don't know, bro. But what I will say is that, like, gun to my head, I'll pick Fonz to win the battle, but I don't want to. Like, I'm rooting for it to be just an insanely good battle.
What's your favorite? What's your top? Now, give me like one great Granddaddy Perp performance. Can't do it. I mean, he's done good. Like he never get like he's battled like
I hate you.
Battle T-Top, Trez, and Bird. That's a kind of a crazy lineup. But did I leave that being like, yeah, maybe I'll go check out another Granddaddy Perp battle, but I never felt like, man.
Well, that's subjective.
I had Rail King of the Dot RBE not picked him up. You done like
that, but to some level that's subjective because there are definitely dudes in NBR that I do not get all the fuss about yet. They get praised to high heavens, and people think they're super nice.
Give me one.
No, I'm not dealing with 3 days of fallout from that.
They don't like you anyway, Clax. It's all good.
My point exactly. They already don't like me. We can start with Zeke.
Who is Clax? Why is he on the list?
No, I do think Zeke is nice. I wouldn't ever fucking front like I thought Zeke was trash.
He said I got me 3 over spots. Hey, cheat them. Man, why they trying to get you in front of Twerk? I ain't gonna say.
You know what? I think it's time to reroute for that one though.
You said what? Kind of what?
It's time to reroute from that one.
Oh no, that's over with. That's
move Zeke battle Fonz instead.
I would love this. Would be great.
That's a good battle to make happen.
Man,
I like
Zeke
that.
versus Fonz, make it happen.
So the last battle on the card. So I don't want to keep us on here forever. Foster gets cranky.
I'm in a good mood. I might not have started in a good mood, but I'm good now.
Danny Myers and Turk.
Man,
I'll just say it's not Turk's job to win the battle, like we often say.
I think Turk will win the battle.
Danny Myers.
Danny ain't battled in a minute.
I don't care about none of that.
Snap on Turk.
He's gonna snap.
Okay.
Just stand in there, do
your thing,
and people will watch because Danny, people are gonna watch that battle. Not the masses, but that battle should do 15, 20,000.
Danny's the perfect example of a big league battler I don't get the fucking fuss over. I'll be dead ass honest about that. I don't think he's trash, but I don't get why people act like he's fucking at the level he is.
Part of it is
I think Danny's beatable.
Though.
I think even a Danny spazzing is beatable by somebody who punches at an equal rate, and Turk does.
Nah, that's not the same. Because Danny, listen, the difference between Danny and a Turk is that Turk's got a gun bar you to death. Danny could punch for 3 rounds and never mention a gun if he wants to.
Turk don't gun bar you to death though. Turk
Really?
Turk has gun bars. I'm not gonna act like he doesn't spit them, but I don't think he gun bars you to death.
I haven't seen a lot of Turk battles, but the majority of them, I know his arms were waving like he was talking about guns the whole time. Because he's very animated to me, and sometimes that's distracting.
Who's more animated than somebody like Danny Myers, though?
Danny Myers could rap for 3 rounds about fucking planet Earth and the rainforest, and Danny Myers' subject matter spreads so much further than probably anybody.
I just don't think that Danny's unbeatable like you do.
No, I'm not saying he's unbeatable.
And I genuinely believe that if Turk is really on his shit, he's got the skill level to beat him. I believe that in my heart. I'm not even caping for Turk. I don't talk to Turk like that or anything. So it's not like that's my man's or nothing. Like,
no, you ain't gotta. No, I get it, but he has the talent level to beat Danny Myers.
I think so.
He might have lost to Be Loyal.
Look, it's going. First of all, he didn't lose to Be Loyal.
Clark's about to get upset. He just was about to get.
He just didn't. And Be Loyal is one of my favorite battlers in NBR. Dead ass. I tell him that. I tell him all the time. Get serious about the shit. You're fucking dope. Yeah. But he didn't. But he didn't lose to Loyal. Damn it! You got me off track now with what the fuck I was saying. Oh, it's gonna take every ounce of the performance of his life. I'm not saying that's
a lot. That's of his life.
But there are battlers that could give you the performance of their life and still not beat Danny.
That's Danny.
I think if Turk gives you the performance of his life, he can beat Danny.
Is Danny top 10 to you?
No.
Jeez, who's in your top 10?
Not Danny.
I don't love Danny Myers, but I cannot I cannot act like he's not.
He's in my
machine, and
he's in my top 15.
Okay, all right, 15.
Like I'm not gonna act like he's like 40. No, I'm just being for real. I'd have to really think about if he's in my top 10 or not. I'd have to really break down my top 10 and think about it. I'm not gonna play like Danny is like garbage. I'm just saying I see at times people act like he's unfucking beatable, and I don't believe he's at that level. I think that Danny leaves the door open. I think sometimes his approach is more one-dimensional than people acknowledge, and that there are certain battlers, even at lower levels, that.
What is the dimension? What is the dimension that the only dimension that he normally uses? We're talking about a guy that raps about parallel universes. So how can it be one dimension?
I hate you so much. Outside of this podcast, we're good. But on this podcast, I see hatred. Listen.
It's the voice. I get it. One dimension.
Look here, man.
Danny can get very much fucking. I don't know how to quantify it into words, but he can get very.
He's that good. He's that good. I know you can. Nah, I'm fucking with you, bro.
He get very.
I don't like Danny Myers that much, but
he gets very much sometimes like on some like I don't know, like the not quite reaches, but the reachy punches, and the I do this compared to you do that. I do this. He gets very much stuck in that mode sometimes, not always, and stuff. And I'm not saying he'll do that with Turk. Even I don't think he'll do that after taking all this time off.
Who's your top five? I want to know who these people that
active or all time.
Everybody's active. Who's not active right now?
Well, my personal top 5 has Nems in it, and he don't battle rap at all anymore.
Really?
Yeah, really.
I mean, I can see why, because he has a I don't give a fuck attitude.
He'll if you go watch him. No, it's not just that. If you go watch him now, he'll look dated. But at the time, he was like out in front, and the way he structured some of his punchlines and the way he like would attack people and shit. He was like ahead of what other people were doing. When a lot of battlers were still talking about like flossing in the whip and like stuff like that, he was being more of a battle rapper. Like Nems don't get the recognition he deserves in crafting the current way battle rap operates and shit.
One of the first battles I ever saw was Nems versus O-Solo on Fight Club. And that dates back to at least 2006. Because I watched that on TV in my parents' house, and I ain't lived in that house in a long fucking time. This is Nems. I remember Nems. I definitely know. What you think of him versus Ice?
I don't know. I like Ice, so but Nems is like my
That
dog.
is terrible. Come on, man.
No, I mean the battle's not good. I thought you were asking me who won.
Oh, I can't even tell you because I don't think I got all the way through.
Like if you're just asking me my opinion on the battle, like I was literally going to say it was a bad performance from both. So like I can't really, you know what I'm saying, tell you who I think won. What I was getting at with Nems, I'll just say this is that I feel like he was one of the first battle rappers in that acapella New York scene I saw really at times. I mean, he would come with generic stuff too, but at times he would take angles.
He was directing, yeah.
Yo, I heard this from somebody in your hood, and like a whole like just going at you and shit. And they weren't doing that at the time like that. It was just more about rapping. It wasn't really about attacking your opponent that much in that era. It was coming into style with people like Nems doing it. But then because them first smack battles, like it's really more rapping. Like it's like mixed. It's like they just spit that same shit if they got called up to do a DJ Clue tape. During that era.
That's why Math was so. That's why people thought that Math was so effective versus Rex. Is that he got right at the shit on the side of his face. That was direct as it got.
No, I'm not saying it didn't happen or that Nems is the only one doing
it.
Yeah,
I mean, Nems came before that battle anyways.
I'm just saying people that downplay Nems don't give him enough credit for how innovative he was at the time, like with certain things.
That more has to do with the fact that he hasn't really done it at a high level since.
Plus, bro, Nems came out to fucking Detroit when he was like 16 or 17 all by himself and battled and shit. Marv will tell you. Marv was like telling me about this shit fucking before talking about it.
Early on it, him, Rex, and Mook.
Yeah. So, like, you just got to have some level of respect for that, too, because that wasn't back when events were sanctioned and everybody.
Oh, no, it was whatever. Like, you say some slick shit and you might get left. So, yeah.
But, yeah, as for the Turk-Danny battle, like, I'm not going to be preposterous and say that, like, Turk will just win definitely. But, yes, I truly believe that Turk can win that battle, like, actually win the battle. I mean, people transcend, right? People fucking rise up. They have those performances, transcendent performances. There's no reason with the run he's been on, this can't be one for him.
I just know how Danny does better on small leagues. Like the some of the performance he gave Bloody Scene were like probably, I won't say some of my favorite performances that he's had, but he look, don't cheat nobody out their money except for
listen,
against Sick.
As long as Turk doesn't shit the bed, he wins no matter what, of course, right?
In the grand scheme of.
But if he makes the battle actually legitimately debatable, he might as well have won clear.
For sure.
So
not dying, not losing.
Well, the thing is, he's not going to win clear no matter what because Danny's got too much of a built-in fan base. So at best, the best he could do is make it to the point where people have to acknowledge it's debatable.
Yeah.
Like, let's be real, bro. Even if he clearly 30 Danny to an experienced eye, the built-in fan base would call it debatable.
Yeah, the built-in. Yeah, you asked. I'm talking about as far as my opinion myself.
Right. No, I get your opinion. I'm just saying that, like, so as long as he makes it debatable, it's as good as winning clear.
Yeah.
Which isn't the same as performing good.
But
losing clear. Yeah. My bad. Go ahead, June.
I mean, I was agreeing with what you're saying. If the situation can cause for it to be a victory itself. You know, just that given that stage and you not actually just performing and looking good.
You know, what's crazy is originally it was supposed to be Danny and Grams.
Yeah, I remember.
And I think Danny would have had an easier time with Grams. And that's not to downplay Grams because I think Grams is super talented. But I think Danny now has a harder battle with Turk.
Yeah, because he can match his performance more so than Grams. Grams is not aggressive.
Turk's a little more hungrier too.
Yeah, that's true.
I think Turk punches at a very high rate. And Grams doesn't always. Grams can get stuck in kind of a multi-run where he's not punching up for like 6, 7, 8 bars.
Get caught up in his freestyle and
Turk pretty much punches every 2 bars damn near, like consistently. And when he takes time off from punching like that, when he finally punches, it's big. Yeah, like I said, Turk ain't my like friend or anything like that. I just really
no one is implying that, sir.
I just want the viewers to know. I'm not standing for one of my friends. Like,
Yeah.
well, let's do this, right?
I just really think Turk's that good, bro.
Well, let's do this. Turk was supposed to be on the show and he wasn't, but we can definitely have Turk on the show after his battle so we can interview him and talk about it. Clax, that's your friend. Hit him up and say
that's your best friend. So
he's here right now. He's actually, he's got a gun to my head. He's making me say,
yeah, he's actually in the building. Like, say I'm gonna win.
You know, that's your friend. He's supposed to be here.
Yeah, we are an hour and a half in.
Yeah, man, we're gonna wrap this thing up.
All right.
So we thank you for those. Jerome, especially you, thank you for hanging in there. Shout out to Gun Hood, Zeke, Celis, you know, and everybody else that watched. Subscribe to ASG Radio. Subscribe to Hank Nation TV. We got a lot of content dropping on Hank Nation TV on a regular. Every day we dropping something new, whether it's freestyles or interview or podcast. There's something new up there for you to watch. And check out In My Ways on all platforms, on YouTube, on B. Foster's YouTube. In My Ways, featuring Casey James. Let's run those numbers up. It's a dope song as well.
Foster Child, Team U, ASG, Rap Committee, Validation, November 13th. Full card coming next week, I believe.
I'm going to that. I'm going to that. November 13th, I'm there.
I'm riding with you.
That's a bet.
Class can't come.
All right, I'm not going.
Go ahead, Florida's friend.
Oh man,
Florida's favorite battle. Turk friend.
You just got all type of friends.
Go watch Felix versus Clax Green on YouTube. I got bodied pretty badly. If you've already seen it, play it 3 more times on mute in the background because I have no shame and I will inflate my numbers. And
wow.
That's about all I got for you, man.
That's all you got?
I'm as ain't shit as they come.
That is so true.